It's getting better.
Headbanger Ball in a nice restaurant. Kind of strange to see all of us here. And obviously, the guys in Judas Priest on location in Rio. So what are you guys thinking of Rio so far?
Rio. That's right.
Great? Can you elaborate on that, Rob?
Bleeding off there. I'm melting. We go on stage tomorrow in 150 degrees and wear 58 pounds of leather, chains, studs.
It's a good workout,
Yeah.
Especially young people like
I've lost 15 pounds just sitting at this hard.
the Judas Priest workout video.
Yeah.
As you can see, when you're starting the diet already.
I'm going to do aerobics this year. It's going to be Robin Rio.
Robin Rio workouts.
Yeah.
Also, going into the hotels, I mean, you guys mobbed by screaming fans.
No, that's somebody else.
No. In fact, we're the only
I don't know where they are.
the only band that doesn't get mobbed.
Oh. Well, because they're all screaming in our hotel. Tomorrow's going to be, the show's going to be pretty exciting. And we're going to be back with the guys from Judas Priest on location in Rio on Headbangers Ball, so stick around. Ricky Raglan here on the Headbangers Ball in a very lovely restaurant.
You know, food on the table, by the way.
They don't feed us on the Headbangers Ball.
To drag. We get lots to drink
Now, first of all, how did you, tomorrow is the Big Rock in Rio Festival. Actually, we're going to see it next Saturday on Headbangers Ball, so obviously you're going to be here with us. Now, the show's coming up. How did you get involved in this Big Rock in Rio thing?
We heard about it while we were on the North American tour, doing the Painkiller tour, and of course we knew it was going to happen, but it came out of the blue really that we were going to be invited down here, so we were just thrilled to take the opportunity to come to South America for the first time, because Priest has never ever been to this part of the world. So it's a great way to bring Priest and bring metal and everything down into a country on the first trip, and we're really pumped for it.
Chose to fill us in the bottom. And the moment for us.
Right. Now, you're playing in front of something like 180,000 people or something? Some ridiculous amount.
Cento... I'm trying to learn Portuguese.
And I know right before you came here, you knew what 180,000 was.
Yeah,
I'm just going to wheel it out and say it in Portuguese.
Cento, setenta, metaleros, Lucas.
He said in the lift, you know, he said, I know it's, hello, and how are you? They tried it out, this period, in the lift, I think I the wrong word.
I insulted somebody in Portuguese. It's a really difficult language, you know.
Well, we're going to learn more Portuguese and more about the show that's coming up with Judas Priest as Headbangers Ball is here in Rio. Headbangers Balls on location in Rio, Brazil.
On moyo.
With Judas Priest. Now, the show, you guys are going to be playing in front of 180,000 people. Has anybody ever played before?
We did the Oz Festival, remember the Oz Festival in America?
Wasn't that like 300,000?
And that was according to the promoter.
I lost
How many people got in? Now, I mean, Scott there, your new drummer, is in here right now.
Yeah.
He's eating. I hope he will be at the show. He's got food on his plate.
He's got 6'6" of body.
He's got to be nervous. Because now you guys basically went from the tour right here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we did the last show up in Pittsburgh just a few days ago. And then we just jumped in the plane and flew down here. So.
Now, Scott has never played in front of a crowd.
No, he hasn't. This will be the first time for him.
We never thought about that. Maybe the reason that he's not here having dinner with us right now is he's sitting at home
hyperventilating in his
now what am I
room.
supposed to do?
He's doing oxygen trying to keep...
The very first time we played this, we played in LA at the Concrete Convention. With our own equipment. It went out live. We'd never played together before. We were playing songs we'd never played before. Old tracks, because it was just like...
Pressure.
You're just not going to let him rest,
We love pressure, you know.
If you can deal with that, I think you can deal with everything.
We're going to call our next album Pressure Priest. But he's as pumped for it as we are, you know. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
We've got more pyro than hell. More lasers than whatever. It's just going to be outrageous.
We're going to talk a little bit about the show when we come back on location in the town.
River, it's January, isn't it?
River of January.
River of January. Well, anyways,
the Portuguese found it in January. This is what we heard.
This is a history lesson. This is 3.
They found the Brazil nut on the second day.
It was always here.
Education is vital in the world of heavy metal. You know, it's really important.
Of the world of heavy metal, this year has been kind of strange. I mean, some things that, in my opinion, borderline on being completely ridiculous, like the court case that everybody knows about, and then also being nominated for a Grammy.
Yes.
I mean, those are definitely two sides of the coin.
Grammy Priest is unbelievable.
Somebody needs to make up their mind about Priest.
Well, we shouldn't play him. Okay, we'll play him. Now let's nominate him for a Grammy.
I thought he's half a Grammy.
We're absolutely thrilled and delighted by being nominated just itself, you know, is a big honour. We understand the value of having that nomination. It's a great form of recognition, and
we don't care.
God, we work hard for it.
I mean, we won't be upset at all if we don't.
But it's great, you know. It's like the equivalent of the Oscars for the movie industry, and what the Grammys do for music is sensational. And we're just really thrilled, you know, to be representing.
My mother thinks it's an Oscar, you know. She thinks it's an Oscar.
Oh, that golden guy.
She thinks at last, you know. Just like to thank everybody. She says, I can keep the job now.
Do you think that, so now she's telling people what her son does?
Yeah, before she always said, like every mother does, you know, son, why don't you come home and get a proper job? She says, now you can keep the job, so I'm happy.
Now, do you think that rock and roll, I mean, when you look at the bands that are nominated for this Grammy, they are definitely good heavy metal and hard rock bands. It's not like, you know, some bands that they think are hard rock, they're hard rock heavy metal
the first
bands.
one.
Exactly. We're not going to say anything.
No, but I mean,
about who
you know.
won the first one. I'm sure you guys all heard about that.
Yeah.
But do you think that rock and roll is getting respectability?
It is, yeah, and I'm pleased that the Grammy people have suddenly realised that heavy metal is just as much right to be included with all the other people as everybody else, you know. And metal, as you know, is a very big form of powerful entertainment in the USA, worldwide now, of course. But it's great for a band like Priest to see this kind of recognition, because when we first began in the 70s and first brought our music over to America in the 70s, we were one of the first people to, you know, spread the gospel of metal. And so now to see it gaining this recognition in 91 with the Grammy Awards is a fabulous step up, and it's way in the right direction, definitely.
We'll be back talking to guys from Judas Priest on location with Headbangers Ball in Rio. So don't. We're here with Judas Priest on location in Rio, and we've got that show coming up, which is going to be on. You're going to be hanging with us next week, Headbangers Ball. Not only is Judas Priest on the show, I mean, we're talking some talent. Queensryche, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses.
This Brazilian band called Sepultura.
Great band.
Yeah.
There's another Brazilian band that, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of them. But Sepultura, I've heard, and they're good. Does it seem like there's a good rock and roll scene out here in Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier on, this is the first trip that Priest has had the opportunity to make to this part of the country, but we've been thrilled to see the amount of fans at the hotel, and, you know, people with albums from the whole Priest catalogue of 14 albums, and the other portions of the South American media too. I did an ID for an Amazon jungle radio station, so I mean, this is how far we're reaching down here. So, you know, it's fantastic, and it's not just for Priest, of course. Metal is very, very strong and very powerful in South America. So that's what's going to be so pumped up about this day on the show.
It's very interesting, really, because you get a lot of bands out here, and you never get to hear of them because they sing in Spanish.
Yeah.
And we live in Spain. Aggressive person. Part of the year. And
You hold the knife to prove the point.
yeah, it's just there are a lot of bands that you just never get to hear of because they sing in different language, but they're very good bands, you know. And it's a shame, really, because there's a lot of talent. They've got a slightly different angle to metal because, you know, the Latin influence. It's a shame they never get across. A little bit like us, really.
Yes, we don't seem to be stretched, do we?
I want to ask real quick a question about the show. I don't know what the rules are in Brazil, but the Judas Priest show is definitely a show with a lot of pyrotechnics and a lot of excitement. Certain countries, you're not allowed to use pyrotechnics, are you?
Well, I think it depends on the circumstances. You know, some people are paranoid about even the word heavy metal. So when you put heavy metal and pyrotechnic together, I think this is it, you know. Atom bomb revisited.
Fire and gasoline.
But I mean, fortunately the South Americans do like things to go off with a bang, a big bang. As you know from their annual carnival in Rio, it's very uninhibited. They're very risque, and they just like to go for a big time, you know.
It's wild here.
So we're set to let off about 150 pounds of gel ignite,
It's gonna
plastic
hurt.
explosive, and bottle rockets, and you name it. We've got it. We've just brought out the local firework department in Rio. There's a big warehouse, and we just spent
few $1,000s on things that are going to blow up, you know.
So we're going to be able to hang with you guys at the show and take everybody else with us, so...
Sure. We insist. Sure.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. So, for those of you, don't forget, next week, the Headbangers Ball is going to be at the... I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it called the Maracana Stadium?
Maracana.
Maracana?
Maracana.
I'm like at the Maracana. We're going to be at the Maracana Stadium, okay? That Maracana Stadium, like about 180,000 crazy people.
Arriba,
These
arriba.
guys play, Judas Priest, and Queensryche, and Megadeth, and
Guns N' Roses, Sepultura, and a bunch of
everybody
everybody
other
else.
bands that I forgot the name. So,
The best night. Definitely the best night.
excuse me. Well, that was it, and I want to thank you guys for fine dining it with it at this luxurious establishment. They're probably going to throw us out so they can let the real
Is
customers
MTV
in.
going to buy us a meal now?
This is really Philadelphia, folks.